It's a new year and a new look. And this eye look was inspired by a phenomenal makeup artist named Hindash. And if you want to see my version of his work, then keep watching. Alright, so I want to get started with my base, and I think because my base is kind of repetitive at this point, I mean, I've upgraded a few techniques, implemented a few new products, but I think it's best if I just do my base off camera and then come back for the bomb eye look. So give me just a second. Alright, so now that the base is on, it's time to start this eye look. And to do so, I am gonna have to pull my mirror a little closer to me, just because I got to be able to see. Alright, so for the very first color, I'm going to use this Morphe shadow. It's the shade Secure. It's this nice warm orange shade, kind of fiery. I'm going to use the Morphe brush M326, and I'm going to apply this to the lash line on the outer edge and bring it up into the almost like the crease corner ever so slightly. And I'm gonna use this guard for my lashes. And I forgot to mention, I did prime my lids with the NARS tinted smudge proof eyeshadow base in dark and medium dark. So I mixed the two colors, and I really like the neutral but evened out tone it gives my eyelid. And I'm gonna make sure this color kind of meets the center of the eye and fades, but I'm not gonna bring it all the way in. And this application can be a little messy. This is just the base color and the warmth, the beginning of the warmth rather. Now with this MAC 239, I'm gonna just use this brush to kind of blend out ever so slightly what we just applied, but keeping the color in its area. Just softening it a little bit. Next, in the Natasha Denona Safari palette, I'm going to use this reddish shade. It's in the color Tribe. It's this one here. And I have not picked up this palette in so long, and I needed a red shadow, so guess what? It came right in handy. So I'm going to use this Morphe angled wing liner brush. It's the M160, and I'm going to dip it right into this shadow and apply it to the lash line over top of that orange shade and wing it out. I'm going to mist this brush with a little Fix Plus, and then also dip it right back into the shadow, and that way it's a little more intense. Next, I'm going to take my favorite, probably my favorite eyeshadow shade. It's Uninterrupted by MAC. Kind of like a neutral brown, hint of warmth. And I'm going to use this to blend this right into the crease and right over that first orange shade. For that, I'm going to use the MAC 286 Dual Fiber Blending Brush. And I'm going to start with a very small amount. I don't want to erase what we've done. I just want to define the crease. Using that same brown shade, I'm going to take this pencil brush, the MAC 219, and apply it to the lower lash line. Now using a slightly denser brush, this is the MAC 214, I'm going to use this brush to reapply that red shadow and kind of smudge out and thicken what was already applied, and also blend it into the crease. And I'm creating kind of like a cut crease effect. It's not too neat, but it's also still in place. And I'm just thickening up what was already applied. And I'm kind of stamping it on and then blending it out. I'm using this Morphe M213. I'm not applying any more product, but I'm gonna just use this to blend out what was just applied so that I don't move it around too much. And I'm also kind of dragging that shadow into the crease just a little more. Then I'll go back in with the blending brush and just go over it slightly. I don't want to blend it too much. I'm going to dip back into that first orange shade, Secure by Morphe, and I'm just going to reapply. Next, I'm going to use this gel liner. This one is from Bobbi Brown. It's the shade Caviar Ink, so a nice creamy black. I'm gonna use this brush here. This is the Morphe M250 thin little liner brush. And I'm gonna apply this liner almost in the same direction as I've been applying the rest of the colors, keeping the V shape and the cut crease wing effect going. But I'm gonna keep this nice and tight, and then I'll smudge it out. So the liner does not have to be placed perfectly, as long as it's winged out and kind of even. To fix this and to smudge it out, I'm gonna use a chocolate brown shade. This is Morphe from the 18T palette. It's called Spill It. And I'm gonna use this previous brush, the Morphe M326, and I'm gonna use this to smudge out that liner. On the bottom lid, I'm gonna smudge out the same orange and the fiery red shade using this Morphe M213 brush that I previously used. I'm gonna smudge the orange shade first on the bottom lash line and not necessarily connecting it to the upper shadow. I wanna keep a little gap in the corner. With this same brush, I'm now picking up the red shade and I'm just going a little tighter. And I'm connecting the red shade ever so slightly. With another wing liner brush, this is the Morphe M443. I'm gonna take that chocolate brown shade and I'm gonna use this to smudge it really close to the lash line at the bottom. Picking up a very thin liner brush, this is the Morphe M250. I'm gonna dip it into that black gel liner from before, and I'm going to use this on the bottom lash line and create another wing that runs parallel to this line here. And I'm just going to drag it right under, very thin and subtle. So now that the eyes are done, I'm going to finish the face. I'm going to just dust away the baking powder that I had from before. Also dust away any fallout from the shadow, even though there's very little. So I'm gonna use this glow powder from Mercier. This is the medium deep shade. And I'm just gonna take just a little bit on the same brush I used for bronzer, and I'm gonna just pat it on the cheek. I just want it to be a little less matte, but not too shiny. Next, I'm going to use my Hourglass powder, the Ambient Light powder and Radiant Light. And I'm going to use this kind of as a highlight, and then I'll just blend it out. And this is my highlight, just because I don't like things too highlighted, especially in the winter holiday time. I want to keep the lip really neutral and plain because the eye is so festive. So I'm going to use this lipstick here. This is the Stay Tan by Smashbox. I'm going to use this to line the lips. This is just a beautiful brown shade. Great for liner, great for all over. For the lip color, I'm going to blend in this Kylie Cosmetics nude lipstick in Birthday Suit. And this is very nude, so I'm gonna gradually add it. I really want to blend these two colors together for the lip, so I'm just gonna go back and forth. And just for a little bit of shimmer and sheen on the lip, I'm gonna add this Dior lip gloss. So beautiful. This one's called Zodiaddict, and I'm just gonna pop it in the center. Now I wasn't going to add blush, but I'm feeling extra. And for this look, I'm just going to add a little bit of the NARS Taj Mahal blush. And I think I might mix it with a little bit of the MAC Loudspeaker, because I need like a little oomph. So I'm taking my favorite blush brush. This is the Smashbox Buildable Cheek. And I'm just going to tap into both colors, but lightly, because I don't want it to overpower the eye. And I'm just gonna dab it on the cheek. And I wanna wear this blush high. Yep, that did it. That gave me what I needed. And to bring it all together, I'm gonna mist my face with this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And this is the final and festive holiday look. Like always, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. and I'll see you next time. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Peace. And this eye look was inspired by oh my God, why?